Hello, good evening. This is Pritisha, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like. And also, if you're a subscriber coming back, thank you for tuning in again. Okay, for today's video, we'll be looking from Ecclesiastes, book of Ecclesiastes, and for first verse, I will take from chapter 11, verse 9. Here it says, "Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let your heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But no doubt that for all these things God will bring into judgment." Here it says very clearly that, "O young man, rejoice in your youth. Enjoy. Listen to your heart. Do a thing that cheers your heart up. That is good for your heart." But it says that, "But for all these things God will bring into judgment." So before you have planned, think whether there's something that God will be pleased or not. Yeah. And also here in 12 verse 1 says, "Remember now thy creator in the days of your youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou wilt say, I have no pleasure in them." Okay, guys, here I want to share something is that many of us, I also have this thought once, like, if it is a Christian, it is boring. We think that to be a Christian youth is boring, like stay under the rule. No, even as a Christian youth, we can have so much fun. There's so much fulfillment plus fun, a kind of fun that pleases God. uh Having said this, it is taking me back to the short time I visited my friends in Bangalore who's working in church. And then everybody's youth out there, everybody's a youth out there in their 20s, between 20 and 30s. And the fun we have there after service, going out together for a coffee, or during the weekend planning to going and giving all these foods and tracts to the people there in the roadside, and sharing them gospel. Guys, I'm telling you, it's so much fun plus so much fulfilling. Feel like I'm doing something for God. And then that youth, another lady having a right relationship with God, and then them motivating me, them encouraging me, and I, in a way I could encouraging them. That's so much amazing. It's not me dragging another person down, it's not them dragging another person down. We have these pictures like only partying, drinking, and all these things is fun. Actually, you do not know one thing is that is a trap. And if you think people out there are having this fulfillment and purpose and finding all the peace out there, no, they are not. It is just a momentary things. And then we Christian youth should never be allure, should never be, it can be so enticing, it can be so tempting, but it is not. God says in his words that peace is in him only, purpose is in him only. He will give us a life abundantly, and it is found only in him. And it says, "Remember now thy creator in the days of your youth." This is the right time, guys. If you are a youth and watching this is the right time. If you're serving God, praise God for it. If you're not in the will of God, it's never too late. Even now, even at this moment, you could come, surrender everything to him, and live your life for him. Your youth, your strength, the energy that you have in this prime time of life, give it to God. It belongs to him, and in that you'll find the fulfillment. And even, guys, let's imagine we getting old and looking back and want to do something for God, like living for God. When I say living for God, that doesn't only mean that you have to be in the ministry field. It can be you can take an active part in church, in your local church, among your friends. No, guys, there are so much things, so much fun to be doing something for God as well, even as a Christian. And here it says we can look back and we will be regretting at our old age, wanting to go back to our youth and do something for God. I don't mean that we getting old and then serving God, coming back to him, those all time, it's not the thing that God will not accept. But like this now, with our strength that we have, the strongest point in our life, if we give it to God, how wonderful it will be. We can look back, and then there will not be any regrets. Here the author of Ecclesiastes is Solomon, and when he wrote this book, study says that he wrote in his deathbed when he's old. He has everything, all the fame. He has everything that he wants, what a person could ask. But he says that, young guy, just remember God in your youth. And also know that all that you do, everything will come to light someday. And so before we do that thing, before you go do that thing for fun, for enjoyment, just question whether this will please God or not, whether that is something that you could face in front of God or not. And here it says, and you as a human being, me as a human being, what is my whole duty as a man? Here it says the conclusion of everything, the conclusion of human being. Let us say the conclusion of the whole matter after having read this Ecclesiastes: fear God and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring everyone into judgment with every little sacred thing, whether it be good or whether it be bad. It says fearing God and keeping his commandment is the whole duty of man, guys. So let us never forget that. And then now is the right time. Now is the right time to be serving God. Now is the right time to be living for God, to be living rightly, and you'll never regret that. Having look back, I don't regret. I thank God for putting me in ministry, putting my strength and energy in there, and then I feel like I have done something for God and I'm not regretting. But still, now onward, also still let us live for God wherever you may be. Yeah. And then that is all, guys. And also one more thing is that Solomon wrote Proverbs in his prime time when he has wisdom and knowledge in his, yeah. And then he wrote Song of Solomon when he was in love in younger adults time. And then Ecclesiastes at the last stage at this death, but when he is old, the study says, and he says that fear God, that's all that one could do in life. And then yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you so much, and then thank you for watching, and do kindly like and subscribe. And then also I wish you all to have a very, very blessed week, a very meaningful week. Yeah, thank you, guys, and share around this video. Love you all. God bless.